Assalamu alaikum, my people. AP Lumberjack. I'm here with Justice Chowdhury. He's coming off an emphatic one-sided victory against Shahab Akhtar. Justice, how you feeling?
Alhamdulillah, praise to Allah. Got the victory and I can't complain.
You come off. You done this fight on a short notice. Did that phase you in any way?
Now I'll take any fight, any time, any place. But this performance for me was 70%. But all praise to my man who I fought. He's tough, his game is strong, and a big respect to go in the ring with someone more experienced than me.
When he kept on coming, did that phase you in any way?
No, it didn't phase me. I just needed to stay busy. And like I said, alhamdulillah, I got the fitness, got the speed, got the power. And I knew later on the round, I probably could have stopped him. But like I said, he's tough, and we knew he was tough. So we stuck to the game plan. And shout out to Yusuf, that mentors me over WhatsApp and comes all the way from Slough or working wherever he comes from. Just to watch me spar and get the fights in. And shout out to my supporters that come and travel all the way with me.
So when Justice took this fight on short notice, you did tell me earlier you got him into the gym straight away.
Yeah.
Was this the performance you was expecting of Justice?
Do you know what? Alhamdulillah, because the last fight, the guy was a cocky idiot. We just blew him out straight away. He was giving it the talk. The last fight was scheduled for 5 rounds, but he TKO'd him in the first 45 seconds. So the fact that we've got 3 rounds in against somebody who's had showed a very good chin, very durable. He's got you can see the guy we just fought. He's got damage to his nose. Even with that damage, his nose bleeding everywhere, and he's still coming forward. So respect to Shab as well. But I saw because we didn't have the get the rounds from the last fight, and he was still fairly fit. Although he'd been, a few days he'd been eating a bit, a few takeaways and that here and there. I said, you know what? I spoke to Sharky. I said, you know what? Let's take it because it's more rounds and we get something in before the end of the year, and inshallah next year will be a big year. So any promoters, whoever, shout me regarding Justice.
What I wanted to ask next was, who is next for Justice? I know he's been chasing the rematch with Tommy Hench.
That's coming. That is coming. But if there's another fight in the interim, I want to keep Justice busy. So if there's another fight and it makes sense,
any names in mind?
The thing is, we can't be calling names yet because obviously we've got Tommy Hench to deal with. But if we deal with Tommy Hench, the next step will be Chase Damore on Misfits, and then I'm just being realistic because out of this scene, out of the heavyweights, this guy is one of the most dangerous. There are a couple of dangerous guys as well out there, like John Shaw, and you've got Will All Night Long. We fought and went, rounds with the. They're even at that pro standard where I think John Shaw went pro and Will All Night Long he might be going pro, and he's sparring partner for Daniel Dubois. So you could see the type of people that he's been in with already. But in terms of influencer boxing or unlicensed boxing, like whatever you want to call it, next year that is the aim, is to get another fight in, get a rematch with Tommy Hench, and then straight to the Misfits. And people will get behind this guy. All he has to do is just keep turning up to the gym, believing in himself. Anyone that wants to support us along the way, we welcome the support with open arms. I think a lot of the Arpnev got to see what this man's about, from up north and that.
Definitely. Even myself, I'm on the scene myself. I've not been on it for long. I've been watching Justice for a long time. I've got to see him in person today, and what can I say? You learn from these type of performances. When experienced guy put performances in like that, it's absolutely brilliant to see. We've got Shab coming in now as well. A tough competitor. I have to take my hats off to Shab. Obviously, there's been a back and forth with me and Shab for a long time, but I have to take my hats off to him. I have to give him the respect that is due. Shab, you're a tough lad. How do you feel after fighting such a notorious guy like Justice Chowdhury?
Look, first things first, boys. All the respect goes to Justice and his team. I did not deserve to be in the ring with a brother like that tonight. I had 2 fights and I've lost both of them. This guy's been in and around the scene for years on end, and he let me have that opportunity There's not many brothers like him. So for him to even give me that opportunity, it cost him nothing but respect from people like you, man. You and the team. I didn't deserve to be in there tonight, but with that being said, I showed a lot in there tonight as well. This guy's no joke, man. Everyone knew that coming in. My team knew that. I knew that. It was going to be a dogfight no matter what. I had to come in and bring it 100%. There was no 50% with this guy. I would have been sparked out.
You showed a lot of heart in there, a lot of grit. You was getting hit with some clean shots. Where does that heart come from? Where does that drive come from to keep on going?
Do you know what? The drive comes from people like Maroof. Maroof in the scene is a 48-year-old man. He's still in the scene fighting a fit 26 years old. When you see people like that, and then brothers like that, Mick, 54 years old, out here and doing the things they do, they're the motivation for me, man. When you see brothers like that at 40, 50 years old doing it, we can only aspire to be like that. How old are you, my brother? 30. He's only 30 years old, I'm 29 years old. We've got years left in the game. So inshallah, I'm 50, 60 years old, we're still running this and doing it as hard as them. They're my motivation, them brothers are my motivation.
Inshallah, definitely was a great fight between both Justice and Shahab. What's next for you, Shahab?
Short time, Shahab Akhtar's in the building, boys. We're here. Who do you think I should fight next, Justice? You've been around the scene. I don't know anyone down here.
Hard to say, but it's hard for me to find fights as well. But
Yeah, but let's be honest, you're a lot better than I am. It'll be a lot harder for you.
at the end of the day, like I said to my man over there, even he had 2 fights, you took from a 0 to 100 and going in the ring with someone that spars pros and bending up with the amateurs. I've been around boxing for a long time. But big thanks to my man that's been with me since day one and kept me motivated. But all praise to Allah, you know, come here, gave me the opportunity. Without him, we're nothing. But like I said, bro, I'll give you a lot of 110% respect from me for getting in the ring. And we knew you were going to be tough. I knew that. But as a fighter, I gave you a feedback where your fitness went and then you kept throwing it over right hand. And obviously he knew that and I knew that.
Yeah, you
But
picked
if you had that, I think for the boxing, give you a lot of problems for a lot of heavyweights.
Appreciate that. We'll have to see who's next, baby. I'm going to take some rest. I think I got concussion from this brother next to me.
That was Justice Chowdhury and Shahab Akhtar, Big Hitters Promotions, 50-50 fights, the best in the game, bringing back that old school fight club feel. You heard it here first. Let's go, baby.